What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the RTG career mode. It's episode number 35, loads to get through today on the back of our loss to Arsenal in the last game. No wins in our last two games, might still be top, but if we are to stay there, we need to return to winning ways straight away. First game, West Ham away, come on the Pilgrims. Yep, lots to get through today. FA Cup third round against Sheffield United away at Bramall Lane. Carabao Cup quarter final comes after this at home to Everton. But the most important thing, get back to winning ways in the league. None in our last two. It's not disastrous, but if we want to stay where we are, got to return to winning ways. Ragsaki off the bar. West Ham escaped. Should have been 1-0. The most frustrating thing about those two winless games is that we were in front in both of them as well. So we should have won them. You know, we were leading at the King Power and then threw it away. And then against Arsenal, leading. And then right before the break, conceded. Yeah! And then right after the break, conceded and lost. If you want to see out a championship, you have to see out wins. You can't let leads slip in back-to-back games. My players are absolutely gassed. We've got 10 to go. And as much as I want to get through to the Carabao Cup semi-final, well, Tennant's definitely not going to start. He's got 0% energy right now. He literally can't give any more. I'd say he's running on fumes. He's run out of those as well. As Fernandez finds McCann. Is there going to be a late winner in a really tough second half? Bar shut down. And comes from right to left. Kante. Fernandez. Bar. Kante. Oh! Just couldn't get it goal bound. 3 straight games without a win. 2 points taken from 9. Plymouth starting to slow down. Well, it was an amazing start to the season, but let's be totally honest. It's incredibly hard to sustain that run of form for the long term as a developing team. No wins in our last 3 games, and now we turn our attention to the League Cup. Everton coming to Devon for the Carabao Cup quarter-finals. Is this the moment I finally get to a domestic cup semi-final? Come on the Pilgrims. Corner, Plymouth still tied at 0-0. Rotated most of my lineup for the game, but there are a few starters out there, including this man, Mateus Fernandez, who whips the corner into the centre, headed away, drops to Jason Knight. There's Darko, spins and shoots, good save, and the Toffees will get it away. Yep, lots of rotation, tired legs, and no wins in 3. Can we put it out here against the Toffees? Fernandez, what a ball! And timer! Is that his first goal in green? I think it might be, but what a time to get it. Josh Timon in on a 3 in season 2. Talk about pulling it out when we really needed it. Great ball by Fernandez. He's been quiet after an amazing start to the season, and an unlikely goal scorer puts us in front. 45 minutes away from the semi. Timon to Fernandez. Jason Knight, he's got space to pull the trigger. He will pull the trigger. Oh! And I think that's his first goal for the club as well. Lads, what a time to get your first goals in green. Plymouth surely heading to the semi-finals. And for the first time in FC25, are into a Final 4. And in the semis, we'll take on Manchester United over 2 legs. Second in Devon, but the first away at Old Trafford. And we'll play that one today as well. Before we get to those, loads to get through as we try and get back to winning ways in the league after none in our last 3 games. Struggling Aston Villa in the bottom 3 right now, coming to Devon as we try and kickstart a good run of form. Come on, the Pilgrims. You would have seen pre-game as well as the second half's underway here, and we're still deadlocks at 0-0. Ibrahim Kante. A whole week's worth of rest. Still only on 50% fitness heading into this game. It's the one red flag to the guy, man. He really is the Luka Doncic of this team as Davy Vandenberg is denied. And Aston Villa will get it away. It's the only negative. The guy is phenomenal all across the board. He just can't keep himself fully fit. Trade him. Trade him to Manchester United for Bruno Fernandes. As Noah Lang steps in field and gives Aston Villa the lead. Big win on Wednesday night, but in the Premier League, we are really struggling. Big psychological hurdle cleared on Wednesday night, but in the league, it's all going wrong. No wins in our last 4 games, 2 defeats in our last 3, both of them coming in Devon, and just 2 points taken for a possible 12. There is absolutely no way we stay in the top 4 in this run of form. I'm going to have to rest Kante for the following game because he just isn't fit enough, man. Even after a week's worth of rest time, he still isn't fit enough to start this following game. Liverpool away at Anfield. And to be fair to Sanko, he's been banging them in the Carabao Cup and desperate for a start in the Premier League all season long. Now I'm going to give it to him. Away at Anfield, take your chance, son, as we face Liverpool looking for a return to winning ways here against Arne Slot's side. Come on, the Pilgrims. Bar into Fernandes. We're just getting underway at Anfield. Mateus, look at that for a ball. And Robert Barr almost beat Diogo Costa at the near post. He played the sensational ball through to Josh Tymon for that opener against Everton. It's just what he can do, man. He had an incredible start to the season, calmed down since then, but it's moments like that when you realise this dude is still an elite playmaker. Excellent save. And still 0-0 for now. Kingsley Coman sent down left-hand side. Darko to beat. Got a very interesting CB duo for this game. Darko and Vandenberg. So it's no real surprise that we do concede the first goal. Kai Havertz with the finish at the near post. Obispo and Tenen both needed a breather, but man, we are absolutely tanking. It's like I've made a wish on a monkey paw. It's like, yeah, I want to get to the Carabao Cup semi-finals this year. Okay, Docs, you can do so, but during that time, your league form is going to absolutely tank. We're all over the place. This might be two. Calafiore, Havertz on. From Arsenal to Liverpool, they're together again, and they've just doubled up for the Reds. 2-0 before the break. And I've emptied the bench at the break. Sod this, ain't getting back in this one. 2-0 down at Anfield with a whole second half to play. Forget it. We've got Bournemouth on Monday night. And if we lose that game, we're in deep trouble. It is free. And everyone around the league is saying, how would this Plymouth team top of the table for a few weeks? They are average at best. 50 minutes in, 3-0 down. This could get embarrassing. Do you remember when we beat Chelsea by a goal to 0? And everyone was wondering if we could do something magical this season? Yeah, don't think so now. No wins in 5, 3 losses in 5. And only 2 points taken from a possible 15. Nice to grab a consolation, but we're in freefall. And that's why when you head into these sort of games, you've got to make sure you capitalise on a winnable fixture. Newly promoted Bournemouth coming to Devon for match day 19, where a win will jump us back into second place here. But a loss, and we could possibly drop outside of the top 4 on goal difference. Bournemouth coming to Plymouth on Christmas Day. And the present I want is a return to winning ways. Come on, the Pilgrims. Big win here, boys. Big win, please. Need this. Really need this. Because, you know, if you can't win these sort of games, then you know you've got problems. Newly promoted Cherries. Mid-table right now. Towards the bottom end. Oh, what a ball. Oh, that's a pen. That's a pen. Oh, ref! How is that not a pen? Vandenberg tripped. Surely a pen. Stayed down as well. But that to me like a certain pen, man. If that collision doesn't happen, he gets a shot away on goal. I can't believe that's not a pen. Absolutely fuming on the sidelines. It's a pen in my book because if the collision doesn't occur, Vandenberg gets a shot away. And because of the close proximity to the goal, I feel confident he probably would have squeezed it in as well. It's a 50-50 moment, to be fair. It's 50. I can see why it wasn't given, but you could also see why it could have been given. And unfortunately, as we often say, as Morgan is denied by Bento, the universe doesn't seem to work in the favour of someone or a team that is struggling. If we're in good form, I reckon the referee blows for a pen there. Kante's header, wide. We need a break. Like, we desperately need a break right now because tired legs, Vandenberg's now got a knock. Kante, even after 9 days of rest, Kante is still tired heading into this game. Hasn't scored in a while now. If Bournemouth go in front here, we're in deep trouble. We're in deep trouble. Cooks makes the save. Oh, and thankfully just about reacts on time to pounce on the rebound. 20 to go. Is there going to be a winner in the South Coast Derby? Or are we set for a stalemate on Christmas? Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's go. Let's go. Fernandes denied. Yet another game where we fail to score. Only 1 goal in our last 4 in the league and no wins in 6. Plymouth Argyle, sensational start to the season. Now sounds like a bit of a fever dream. Were we really top by a few points? Because we ain't anymore. I think we need to make a signing in January. I think we've got to bring someone in because At the moment, we're absolutely tanking. And how bad was the injury for Davey as well? Broken toe, the heartbeat of the team, injured on Christmas. Who's put that lump of coal in my stocking? I mean, to be fair, at the halfway stage, we're in the top 4. I mean, if you would have offered me that at the start of the season, I would have bitten your hand off and the rest of your arm as well. So let's not panic. It's been a poor run, but we can always turn it round. But it starts with hard work and it starts with victories. Let's get both of those things done in this game here. Following contest, Leicester coming to Devon, where we desperately need goals and, most importantly, 3 points. Come on, the Pilgrims. So after this, we have 2 cup games against Manchester United in the League Cup Semi first. And then... oh, Fernandes, what a ball. And then Sheffield United in the FA Cup 3rd round. And I'm going to say to Kante, if you can... oh, it's Fernandes now goes down. And he's in pain. Boot it out, he's in pain. The season is imploding in December. This is an absolute nightmare. It's the monkey paw, you know. I made that wish for a domestic cup semi-final place this year. Oh. And the universe said, no problem. But you'll have problems elsewhere. I'm not going to say much, but December's not going to be a fun month for you, Doxy boy. Mumba, Mumba, Mumba! Get in! Kante ends his goal drought. Plymouth in front. Come on. He might have ended his goal drought, but I've had to take him off at the break because with Vandenberg going down and Menji gets it off the line and Anyembe does enough as Mumba gets it away. The last thing we need is Vandenberg, Fernandes and Kante all being down. Bar. Great footwork. Offload. There's men over. What is Ali McCann? 6 games without a win. I think it's ending tonight. Ali McCann with the finish. Plymouth 2 goals up. Please. Please let me have this route. I need it. No wins in 6 for Plymouth. No goals in 6 for Kante. Both of those things ended tonight. A massive 2-0 win against the Foxes to get back on track. But of course the big negative, that early Fernandes injury. How bad is it for our star number 8? So here we go, moment of truth. Let's get back to the main menu. My fingers are... oh, well done, Bournemouth. My fingers are crossed, and let's see how bad the injury is for Mateus. I'm pretty sure it's ACL. I'm almost certain it's ACL. It is. It is. He signed the extension. He decided to stay. But like I said, monkey paw, I asked for 2 things. League Cup Semi and Fernandes staying. We got both of them, but they come at a big cost. Now Darko's requested a transfer as well. But again, to be honest, I don't mind these ones. This is the thing. I said this before, when it's situation specific, I really don't mind. Darko is still on an important squad role, and I've given him some starts at CB and CDM this year, but he doesn't play the majority of games. And I think at his age, he needs to get first team football kick on. I don't mind that. I really don't. It's frustrating, but I don't mind it at all. That one makes sense. Right then, January is here. 30 mil in the budget. And with Fernandes and Vandenberg down, 2 of our most important players, I definitely think we'll need to make a signing within this window. It won't be today, though. We're going to do one more game and end on this. It is Manchester United away at Old Trafford in the League Cup semi-final first leg. The first time in FC 25 I've made a domestic cup semi-final. Let's get a strong first leg result here in Manchester to take back to Devon. Come on, the Pilgrims. Yeah, we're going to need to make a signing in January, no doubt about it. Especially if Darko goes now, we'll be really thin. Yeah, there's a few loan players we could bring back. Logan Matthews at Birmingham looks really good. We've got that young Indonesian lad out on loan in the Netherlands, 75 overall now. He looks really impressive. And then there's that young English defensive midfielder, Nathan Wood, who looks good as well. We could also recall Reyes from Brentford as well. So we got options we could bring back on loan, but personally... I don't want to stunt their development. I'd rather bring in a new signing just for the squad. And let the young lads carry on developing out on loan right now. Great start to the game here. Signalling intent early. Darko, one of his final games for the club. Knight, Sanko. That Italian is everywhere. You know those players in career mode that always have a stormer against you every time you face them? Alessandro Bastoni. It feels like the only way I can best this guy is by signing him. And we're not at that level yet with Plymouth. We need to make a signing in January. It's not going to be the Italian. 36 minutes in. Great first half this so. If we go back to Devon, tied at 0-0, I feel confident. And we thrashed Manchester United at home park earlier this year in the league. Go on, Sanko! Oh, denied by Jan. But I think there's opportunities to win this tonight. We've been the better team in the first half. We keep our foot on the gas pedal. I think we'll find a lead. There's Jason Knight's delivery. He's headed in! Can you believe it? First it was Timon, then it was Knight, and now it's Anyembe. All three of them scoring their first goals for the club in the Carabao Cup. Knight's delivery, headed in by the Kenyan. Plymouth lead. Full value for this as well. Matthias Tell has not had a sniff yet. I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that. Xavi Simons holds it up. What a save, Cooper. Didn't know much about it, but still made the save. Just going to try and hold on to this now. Matthias Tell dinks it for the leveller. Brilliant technique. I've got to stop bringing the goalkeeper out. Force a habit, because once again it's cost me a win. But to leave Old Trafford in the first leg with a draw and the tied heading back to Devon, I feel confident we can win at home park and make my first domestic cup final of FC 25. Ties in a balance, but I say advantage Plymouth. That'll do it for today's episode though, guys. Big thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, if you have done, please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one with the January window in its entirety, where we'll probably make a signing with 30 mil in the budget, the second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final, the FA Cup third round, and more games in the league as we aim to go on a winning run very soon.